That Texas, Tennessee shit, bro. Let's go.
You can tell I'm a Lonestar. I ride around in my own car, but I don't really ever go far. Future bright like Ace on a mobile. Hey.
Damn. T2, you got a good voice, bro.
Better now. I don't know what's coming next, but I think I'm ready now. Cause my life is like a movie.
Woo!
And everybody watching now, they watching now. Diamonds dancing off the jewelry. With the gang and we mobbing now. Say my life is like a movie.
Woo!
And everybody watching now, they watching now. Still they can't do nothing to me.
Damn, I like this hook.
Gang and we ballin' now.
I'm in Texas, but my
That Texas, Tennessee shit, bro. Church, what the fuck we doing, dog?
You can tell I'm a lone star. I ride around in my own car, but I don't really ever go far. Future bright like it's on a mobile. You can tell I'm a lone star. 3 a.m. still bumping on the outskirts, thinking outside the box. Chevy on God, spit flames like the devil in a hot rod. Ayy.
Alright, before we start this video, here's my disclaimer thing. Hey. Hell yeah. But anyway, man, think about this. What if aliens were bullshit? What if it's all cap, dude? I do not believe in aliens anymore. I used to. I don't anymore. After that congressional hearing thing about the UFOs and UAPs, man, dude said some weird shit that made me Google some stuff. And then I was like, oh. And I was mind blown. I was like, what? So close yet so far away. Seriously though, like right in front of your face, but not. Sheesh. Alright, so remember at that congressional hearing about UFOs and aliens, remember when that guy said this?
Has any of the activity been aggressive, been hostile in your reports?
I know of multiple colleagues of mine that got physically injured. And the activity, and I gotta
By UAPs or by people within the federal government?
both.
Okay, so there has been activity by alien or non-human technology and or beings that has caused harm to humans.
I can't get into the specifics in an open environment, but at least the activity that I personally witnessed, and I have to be very careful here, because they tell you never to acknowledge tradecraft, right? So what I personally witnessed, myself and my wife, was very disturbing.
First off, we notice how he's being really careful with his terminology. But mainly what I want to point out is he said what him and his wife seen was disturbing. If his wife doesn't have that position, of an occupation in the government or whatever, she couldn't have seen anything at work. This had to be at home, like on a TV screen or on the internet or something. Then the chairman asked him, he's like, is it true that you said these aliens or UAPs or whatever are causing harm to humans? And he was like, yes. And he's like, well, have you been attacked? He's like, my reputation has been attacked, you know, via like people slandering him and shit like that. And I'm just like, wait, I'm thinking like, what does this have to do with fucking like actual aliens? I mean, let's be real. He's talking about corruption, people slandering and ruining people's reputation, and people like getting physically beat up, and him and his wife seeing something very disturbing. I'm just like, aliens? Like space aliens? E.T.? What? That sounds like some human shit. So now, over the past few weeks, we've had these high-ranking military officials who are called whistleblowers. Remember that for later. And these whistleblowers are saying stuff like this.
And it was the same Pelican casings that we would use to store stuff when they were transloading, you know, so very big cases on 2 of them in each truck bed. And then they had a shipping container thing. I mean, it looked like a shipping container, but smaller and half the size. And the thing that was different about this is I had a cylinder on the front of it that was towards the truck. It was like parallel to the ground, just a cylinder right on the top of this thing. And for years I thought, okay, you know, like, there's got to be oxygen supply or like a vacuum sealing thing that you would, you know, because obviously I'm thinking it's drugs. I was like, okay, so this is a very advanced way to do that, just years of thinking of this. And come to find out, when I gave my speech in D.C. on that Saturday for the Disclosure Project with Dr. Greer, he's got a lot of people coming out of the woodwork, by the way. And this gentleman, I'm not going to give any detail. I know a little bit about him, but he works in some of these projects at some very controversial facilities. He's aware of what was going on. After I gave my presentation of this, he confirmed, he says, no, he's like, I don't want to leave Michael hanging out there, but I was not expecting to come and talk to you about this. And he went explaining what the operations do, why they do it, and what they were using them for. And he says, there's not drugs that they're putting in these shipping containers. He says it's humans.
Human trafficking.
Yes.
Yes. He said it's a big fucking magnet that picks up containers of people. Now, pause. I'm gonna show you this news clip, and you tell me what you think the news is talking about.
This has happened before. Miners will go in and try to scare the wits out of villagers by pretending to look like aliens, etc. Ben Hansen is an expert. He is like one of the best UFO investigators out there, and he was one of the first people to throw cold water on all of this. So what was your first clue, Ben? You were so quick with your assessment.
Well, thanks for teeing me up for such high expectations, first of all. So what's really weird about this, the whole thing is weird, okay?
Look what words are in the headline. Predator, illegal, miners. And before the first stupid fuck goes, that's a different kind of miner spelling. No shit, stupid ass.
So let's try to unpack this a little bit. The events, a lot of the events that are being reported are true. We have video of the authorities showing up. We have video of the villagers running out into the jungle shooting at something. Okay.
Possibly someone trying to snatch something that is not theirs.
Okay. But after the investigation, what they come out with is they say that the prosecutor says that they believe the police investigation summarizes that these were miners protecting gold, okay, with jetpacks, that they're flying around on jetpacks with hoods and masks and glowing something and going around cutting people's throats. So let that sit just for a second.
Jetpacks are not something that's like seen on cartoons that are not real. We've had jetpacks for a very, very long time. We've also had masks, and we've also had knives. Why this guy's acting like we haven't had those three things for a long time and they're not obtainable, I don't know. But let that sink in.
It really sounds like an episode of Scooby-Doo where, you know, Mr. Withers puts on a goblin mask and is trying to protect his gold. It is almost as far-fetched as the fact that the villagers believe these are 7-foot aliens.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of laughing and, you know, making the situation sound ridiculous. But what he's not telling you is, apparently, they were trying to steal a 15-year-old girl, and her throat actually got cut, and she had to go to the hospital.
After one such attack, a 15-year-old girl had to be taken to the hospital. According to the community leader, Gyro, I can't pronounce that. The teenager narrowly escaped, but as a result of the struggle, they cut part of her neck. Now, according to local media, members of the community are conducting night patrols to protect women, children, and the more vulnerable villagers, and have called on the authorities to send in the military.
Does that sound like they're talking about little green men to you guys who can just beam you up into a spaceship? No. It sounds like traffickers. You know what the scarier part is? People are so fucking dumb, they don't even put two and two together. They actually believe it. I mean, even this guy does. Look.
I'm telling you this. Whether they're real or not, if all of a sudden I'm finding out that in my town, people are being attacked by aliens.
Yeah, do you want people like this, like, thinking about your future? I don't. So then I see all this and I'm like, bro, what? And listen, don't judge me. I read the dictionary. This is my favorite one right now. Webster's New World Dictionary. All right. Yes, I still look up things the old way. Let's read some definitions real quick and let's compare trafficking to these UFOs. All right. Well, first, let's establish this. When a UFO comes and picks someone up, what are they getting? They're getting abducted. When a kid gets stolen off the side of the street, what is happening? They're getting abducted. All these people that are testifying against this UFO community thing, what are they doing? They're whistleblowing. That's why they're called whistleblowers. What do they tell you when you're a kid? They say blow your whistle for if a stranger's trying to get you. They're a whistleblower. All right, now let's look up the definition of alien. Alien, a foreigner, a foreign-born resident who is not naturalized. And the third definition is a hypothetical being from outer space. How convenient. So an illegal alien is someone who doesn't have documentation that has to have documentation. It is illegal for them to not have documentation. If that's an illegal alien, then what the fuck is the basic meaning of an alien? Someone who's allowed to be undocumented. Someone said they're allowed to be undocumented. I mean, what else? What else? But no. Alien is a hypothetical, could be a green space creature. Now let's look up the definition. Terrestrial. Terrestrial. Of the earth, consisting of land, not water, living on land. That's the definition. Now let's look up the definition extra. Just extra. Extra. More or better than normal. Expected. Additional or superior. Alright, now let's look at extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Of or from outside Earth's limits. An extraterrestrial being, as in science fiction. 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 Fiction in the diction. So you mean to tell me extra means more of, and then terrestrial means of Earth? You would think that'd mean more of Earth. But extraterrestrial is no, not of Earth. Never. No, never. I don't know. I just figured an extraterrestrial would be a terrestrial that owns a lot of other terrestrials, making them extraterrestrials. All right, look. You got the word alien, right? Okay. Well, using that same word, A space L-I-E-N. A lien. Let's look up the definition for lien. L-I-E-N. Lien. A legal claim on another's property as security for the payment of a debt. Oh, like slavery. Yikes. I'm still pondering the fact that the definition of terrestrial means you live on land. And only land. And an extraterrestrial don't live nowhere around here. It's fictional if you're going by the dictionary. But the UFOs are all seen in the ocean, where the terrestrials... It doesn't talk about us in the ocean. Do you know what is in the ocean? Ships with space on them that carry containers. You know, just like the guy was talking about earlier with the big hovering magnet that picked one up. It's a craft full of space. It's a spacecraft. I know what you're thinking, but no, they said that they're interdimensional. Like, they're actual aliens. They're interdimensional beings. Well, you didn't look up the definition of dimension, now did you? You did not. Dimension. Any measurable extent as length, width, or depth. Second definition. Measurements in length, width, and often depth. Third definition. Extent or scope. Yet we live in this dimension, and you're watching me through this video that is a different dimension. If you never seen me out in public, and you only seen me when I enter the dimensions of your phone, because this is a video, that would make me an interdimensional being that was only on your phone. Because, see, that's a thing. Just like UFOs or aliens, like little green people, it happens all the time, but we never see it. Trafficking, we hear about it all the time, but we hardly ever see it. That's because most of the profits come from the 2D dimension videos. We live in the 3D dimension. Watching a movie or the internet or whatever, watching anything on a screen is the second dimension. It's 2D with 3D characteristics. Anyone who wants to argue, oh no, that's 3D also. No, it's not. I can't stick my hand in the TV and touch the actors. It's 2D. So yes, technically it is a different dimension. You have to enter that dimension to be with those beings. That dimension being the internet. Dark web? Dark web? Okay, the dark web used to be way down a rabbit hole, right? Until the government or somebody's like, yo, we can pinpoint y'all everywhere. It's a small little circle. What do? Come to the surface. If you throw a beach ball in the ocean, you might not find it. If you throw it in a pool, well, you don't even have to get in to see where it's at. So now, what do you think it is that is this interdimensional alien extraterrestrial being that's abducting people? What do you think it is? Oh, it's a green little alien. What? You mind blown? Sheesh. This is just the tip of the iceberg in the ocean that terrestrials are not a part of. By the way, I'm just throwing this out there. Toy Story, a Pizza Planet. Which alien are you gonna pick with the claw machine? You know what I'm talking about on Toy Story, bro. Sid, the little crazy motherfucker that feeds the aliens to his dog. Well, the little toy alien. Oh, how did Sid get the little alien toy? Oh, well, he had this machine that just hovered over it and just picked it up.
Commandeer your vessel to Sector 12. Who's in charge here?
The Claw is our master. The Claw chooses who will go and who will stay.
I'm into this.
The Claw, it moves. I have been chosen. Farewell, my friends. I go on to a better place. Gotcha.
Ready, set, now! Hannah! Hey, Hannah!
What?
Did I get my package in the mail?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
Oh, no, Hannah.
What?
Look, Janie!
Hey!
She's sick!
No, she's not!
I'll perform one of my operations!
No!
Notice how Sid doesn't have any parents and the house is all dingy and nasty? Notice how he just fed an alien to a dog, kind of like, you know, Hitler did Jews in the Holocaust? Then what? Then he abducted the little girl's baby doll. Listen, I'm not that smart. I'm a fucking high school dropout that painted houses. I can't be the only person who is starting to see this for what it seems like it is. Until next time. Oh, actually, you weird motherfuckers on the internet who are being all weird to me, I just want to leave this here for you. And only you. You'll know what I mean.
Yeah, but your face is turning blue. Violet, you're turning violet, Violet.
What are you talking about?
Oh, we gotta let the air out of her quick.
There's no air in there. That's juice. Juice? Would you roll the young lady down to the juicing room at once, please?
What for?
For squeezing. She has to be squeezed immediately before she explodes.
Zoom out a little bit and take a.
Let me zoom out so everybody can see what your occupation is.
There are certain facts in the story that I think we can all agree on, and from my perspective, those facts lead to either two extraordinary conclusions. And again, one is that
Look at this dumb motherfucker. He's an opinion contributor.
reverse engineering effort.
The fuck is that?
There is a disinformation campaign. That's just the way I see the facts as they stand leading those two.
Well, we don't give a fuck what you think.